everyone, this is Carrie from Stamp with CT. Thank you for joining me for another Friday Finding Inspiration video. Throughout the month of May 2022, we have been finding inspiration on how to decorate the inside of our cards and our envelopes. So we're going to continue with this month that I've been making in my Wednesday Facebook Live, and we just finished them up. We add that something extra by taking what's on the outside of the card and putting it on the inside and really adding that little extra touch to make our project special. So this week I'm using a stamp set that I've really already fallen in love with called Happiness Abounds. The images are awesome, but I've been using the sentiments a lot. I love the font. I love the messages that they convey. It's just a really cute stamp set from our new annual catalog. And then this week we are also using this amazing linen, Lovely in Linen designer series paper. This one is just really, it just spoke to me. It makes me happy. It's very cute. Beautiful color combination with Pale Papaya. Here you have the new Sweet Sorbet, Evening Evergreen, Soft Succulent, Night of Navy. Just gorgeous color combination. Whoops, there's a dimensional back. So, in my Wednesday Facebook Live, we created this awesome card holder. It holds 4 cards, 4 envelopes, and it will stand up. So what an awesome gift to give a friend, family member, co-worker. And what we did was take a small tea bag holder and just enlarge that by using a 12 by 12 piece of designer series paper to score and fold to make this holder. Now I will link my Wednesday Facebook Live video down below in the description of this video so you can go and catch that, the measurements and how to make it. And a couple of my customers and friends, when we were at bingo a couple weeks ago making those little tea bag holders, they were the ones that inspired this card holder. So I want to give a shout out to Jan, Cassandra, and Lisa. Thank you guys. A little bit of trial and error in some of Dale's math skills, and we were able to make this happen, and it turned out really cute. So let's go ahead and take a look at the cards this time. And I think what I'll do first is just share with you that I use the designer series paper to go ahead and decorate the flaps of the envelope. So just a really easy way to give those envelopes a little extra special touch. So let's go ahead and put them back in the holder. I just love doing that. And all you do is put a little bit of adhesive on that flap, adhere a piece that's about 6 by 2.5 designer series paper, then trim around the envelope. Okay, so let's take a look first at these 2 cards. Let me get situated here. So this week we are using dies to decorate the inside of our cards. I've been just really brainstorming on ways to help make these cards special, and dies are what we're using this week. So we made this layout of card. All of them are the same layout. They're just a little bit different with different sentiments and colors, but makes a really cohesive, nice set of cards. This first one, I went ahead and used a die and cut out around the sentiment that is stamped onto the card base. So just to give it a little something extra, added a strip of designer series paper, and of course that is just a scrap. So using up those scraps, but still adding some color and some fun. But what a great way to really feature the sentiment that you've stamped here. You could use a lot of different dies to do this. You could actually even use more intricate dies to cut out a piece and just bring some attention and some beauty to the inside of the card. You don't necessarily have to use something where you can stamp. So really think about your dies and how you can use them. I'll show you that this card uses a die from the All That die set. Now this actually comes from the masculine suite of products in our new annual catalog, but these dies are super versatile. You've got several that will cut out a sentiment. I love these little flags. We'll be using them on the next card, but this is the die that I used to cut that out. So I love the way that turned out. And of course, I kept the piece that I cut out, and we're going to use it on another card as well. So this has a couple of different banner dies. This one is together, and so as you run it through your Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, you get two little banners. So let me show you the next card. What I did here with this Pale Papaya card was just cut a couple banners from Designer Series paper, and I just moved this one up so that it would be just a little bit shorter, give it a little bit more interest, but that's from that same die set. So really, again, think outside the box, take a look at your dies and see what you have. Don't keep it just because it's from a masculine suite. You can use it, mix and match. So let's go ahead and put these in our cute little holder. Now you do have to be a little bit careful as you add the cards because you do have the sentiment pieces and the ribbon, but it just looks really, really pretty. Oops, as I say that, I've bent that back, didn't I? Let's try that again. Okay, there we go. Now it's in there. And now let's take a look at these other two cards. This is one that I used that piece that we die cut from the first card and just a couple of little banner pieces to give that extra little color and pattern, and I matted a piece of basic white over the Night of Navy cardstock, so just a little bit more color on the inside. I thought this turned out cute. I'll show you these dies that I used for this card and the next one as well. So these are called Stylish Shapes dies. You know, a couple years ago we had Stitch Shapes, and when they retired I was super sad. So the minute I saw these, I knew I had to have them. So you've got your banners with the stitching, squares and circles, so super versatile. Again, I've already used these a ton. You're going to see them over and over throughout the year. I think they're going to become a workhorse in my craft room. I love dies like this because you can just use them with any project, any suite of products too. So I just used two of the little banners and lined them up in the middle because it's not long enough to go all the way across, so just use two, lined it up in the middle. You could also cut the banner and have it coming from either side, so either way. And then our last card, I used those same dies, just cut a larger piece of Designer Series paper, stamped on a smaller piece that was cut from basic white, and I'm sure that you can see the stitching there. I love that detail. But then I also have another little pattern here, and let me show you where that one comes from. So this die set is called Blooming Happiness, and it coordinates with a different stamp set, of course, but it actually the one that I'm using today. And it has two of these border dies. So I just love the way this looks. One looks like you've torn paper from a notebook, and then the one that I used here. So just line that up and cut the top and bottom of that Sweet Sorbet cardstock. So just adding a little bit more interest to the inside of the card. I was really happy with how that turned out as well. So let's add these to our card holder. And again, I'll link the video where we made the card holder and these cards on Wednesday. Just want to make sure I tuck that ribbon in there. But if you have any questions, you can just let me know. I hope that you will hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Be sure to turn your notification bell to all so that you will be notified whenever I upload a video. And then if you enjoyed this video and if it gave you some value, some inspiration, I hope you'll hit the like button as well. That encourages me and I so appreciate it. I love comments too. Let me know if you have any questions. I hope to see you again next Friday for our Finding Inspiration video, and I so appreciate you watching. Y'all take care.